Dear Diary, today is 14th April 2025, and I basically woke up an hour ago. It's 11:30 right now. I woke up at 10:30, and I was thinking about. Okay, so let me tell you one thing. Like, it's an incident. So what happened is oh gosh. Okay, I told you that, I was watching Lucifer. Remember? So, what happened is, it feels like I'm promoting Lucifer. Okay, whatever. So, what happened was, like when you see these kinds of series, you grow a soft spot for even the worst kind of things that could exist. Like, I was like, is the devil, like, if it exists, it can't be that bad, right? Like, what possibly could be wrong with the devil? Like, he was just an angel casted out by God when he rebelled, and he's just a sweet little angel. Oh God, what was I thinking? Okay, so I was thinking about all this stuff at night, like before going to sleep, because I just finished watching an episode of that, and I was really contemplating life. Like, is evil that evil? you know, like you do with the red flags. Is that red really that red? So I was like, is that evil really that evil? And I was thinking of all that stuff, like, oh, poor devil, he was casted out, he just rebelled, like, he just wanted freedom, even if he was the God's favorite angel. Like, isn't he so poor? Like, poor devil, poor Lucifer. Nobody likes him. He was just forced to torture the souls. He doesn't enjoy it, maybe. Okay, so I was thinking of all these things at night before sleeping. Now, this is important because what happens is, like, I think God always gives me an answer. Like, always. Especially in my dreams. So I was sleeping, and I specifically remember this dream because I think it was a morning dream or something. You know how late I wake up, so it was a morning or maybe an afternoon dream. So the dream was a very dangerous, horrifying face. Like scary face, like you look like a monster, real monster, like very scary. He was about to kill me somehow. Now, this is so funny because I was thinking maybe the evil isn't that evil. Maybe he's good. Maybe God is the wrong. Oh my God, I thought God is wrong. And then God makes me watch this dream where I'm being chased and eventually on the verge of dying in the hands of that monster. And that makes me realize evil is true. There's no way evil isn't true. Like, oh my God. Like, these are the times when you get answers to these things. Then you realize, okay, maybe I'm stupid, maybe there's something wrong with me. But I think I'm glad that at least there's some communication with God. And I don't, like, I have I have grown up in a very religious house, like really religious people, devoting of God. And when we were little children, when we were small, we were young. So, when in school, the teachers, they always teach us that religion is not important. It's all about that God. You should always, you should be the one devoting God, not religion. When I used to tell my mother that this is what they teach us, she used to be so angry. Like, oh yeah, you want no religion, you just want God, then find God. Like, all the taunts. She was like, she gets really offended by these things. And I think now, in this point of my life, I don't think that I could ever have a normal, organic conversation about religion with my mother, because I'm not saying she's wrong, and but I know that she is so much, she has made up her mind on the things her entire life, about she's about 45 years and old, and in 45 years she has like made up her mind that these are the things that she's going to follow, these are the beliefs that she's going to have about God. And I don't think that, I mean, an 18-year-old like me can't change her mind. But I'm not here to change her mind. I just want to have a healthy conversation that, see, what I believe is that God exists. And it is all about faith. And okay, so there was a quote I read and it said, if God is real, then atheism is a less insult to him than religion. See, I'm not against religion at all, okay? I think religions are beautiful. Either you are Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or Christian. Religions are beautiful, okay? I think no religion teaches you to be unkind to people. So they're beautiful. They're all the basic idea is to, praise God and love God. What could be wrong with religions, right? But then the question is, how do I know which religion to follow? Like, my mother gives a very simple answer: the religion you are born into. Every brown parent would agree to this. That the religion you're born into is the one you follow. Okay. But we are the new generation, the Gen Z. I don't see, I'm not at all sure of what religion I am going to follow, but I definitely want to explore most religions. And I respect all religions. See, my theory says that God exists, but like a very modern theory I have, not very conservative like my parents. I think that everybody should have a right to choose the religion they practice. And the most important part of that is that the other people in your family, in your environment, should be able to respect your decisions, which obviously doesn't happen in brown households like mine. Like, my parents are all okay with, they respect immensely to the people of other religions and the people of different beliefs, even. Like, in my house, wearing short clothes isn't really appreciated, so I don't really wear short clothes. But the people wearing short clothes, my parents give them respect, okay? But they can't give respect to me if I'm doing it. Do you understand how pathetic that is for me? Like, they will give all the respect to the people of different beliefs. Like, they will teach us that people have different beliefs, but they can't accept our beliefs. Like, isn't that so ironic? Like, you always preach that different opinions, different beliefs should be respected, and then you don't respect your own children's beliefs. My brother is a very rebellious in this side. Like, he's like, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. And I respect him for that. But my mother hates me because of the fact that I respect him. Oh God. It's so messed up, isn't it? My mother, and when my brother and I talk, I'm always like, I respect your opinion and I respect my mother's. Like, I am the middle ground of them. Like, he doesn't really respect her and she doesn't really respect his beliefs. And I'm the middle ground, and I'm like, I respect you both, but don't you dare both put any pressure on me, okay? I'm going to do what I want to do, and I expect you to respect my decisions as well. But my mother gets angry at me for respecting my brother's opinion, and my brother gets angry at me for respecting my mother's opinion. So this is the kind of situation we have in a house. I'm always the, you know, what do you call that, middle, I don't know, whatever, the middle crisis, you can say. Okay, so yeah, this is what we have. Like, my parents, they will like immensely respect other people, but they can't respect their children. And I think that this is a common problem in a lot of like Indian households. And I think the parents need to understand that what you are teaching should be practiced on your own children too. Yeah, that's it for today. But I hope that I keep respecting other people and the people I love for their opinions. Like, we shouldn't be able to judge our relationships on based on our beliefs. Like, I think your beliefs are personal. You can't just argue with them. They can't be controversial because they are based on faith. You can choose to have faith in anything. So yeah, that's what I think. I hope I'm right. But there's no right or wrong in this world. Like, there's so many theories, they just intertwine and overlap each other. Okay, so bye. But there should be a sense of rightness, no? Or a feeling that's good, but there's no good or bad. Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, that's it for today. I'm already losing my mind. Okay, bye. Bye.